So first off, holy hell the support. Secondly, I am in fact not dead, as some of you inquired. And thirdly, hello everybody, this is Armageddon, but I don't have to tell you that. So you may remember that speed modeling of Pestilence I posted a while back, saying that I didn't just want to be some guy you subscribed to and then you didn't hear nothing about for like 6 months. You see, the thing is, I uploaded that video about 6 months ago. So yeah. See, the thing is, I started university this year and it turned out to be a much bigger time hog than I expected. So I really couldn't be bothered to get home at like 6 p.m., eat, study, and then still get in front of my computer to animate. I hope you understand. Now, some of you are probably wondering when's the next animation coming out. Well, truth is, I have no idea. I'm gonna try finish it next summer, but I really can't guarantee that it'll be finished by then. It all depends on whether or not I'm able to start animating regularly in this next semester, which is a big if. I have no idea. So if you're subscribed to me, I suggest you just keep me somewhere in that dark place of your subscription box where you don't really go all that often. And then once it's finally here, you can just be all surprised and happy and look at it and be amazed or whatever. So for the rest of this video, I thought it might be cool to do a little bit of a behind the scenes of my previous animation. Just so y'all can see how ridiculous it looks sometimes in the third person, and all the stupid shit I had to do to make things look like they do. So let's get into that. Okay, so I had a little bit of trouble recording and doing this commentary at the same time, so what I did was I just recorded the whole video, and now I'm doing this commentary after the fact. Now, what you can see here is the basic floor layout, and if we zoom in a little bit, we see our little guy Isaac laying down on the floor, and as you can see, I did give him a body, and I did that because I wasn't sure whether or not I was going to be using a lot of reflections in the scene. Now, I assume you've all seen the animation. I ended up not. But I kept the body throughout the whole thing, and you're gonna see his arms and legs do some weird things in this behind the scenes. So about this move right here, I mean, come on guys, is it really that difficult to accept? You just take the doctor's remote, you use it in one room, put it back, and you re-roll the thing. Jesus, I got so many comments about this. It's almost laughable. I really don't understand what the big deal is. But yeah, I just, from my perspective, I just did this so that I could end the sloth fight in an instant, because I did not want to animate like 30 tears flying out of his eyes. You know how much work that is, guys? I mean, come on. Jesus. Just a quick side note right here. The explosion you see, as well as all the spawn smokes and all floor and wall textures, are actually taken directly from the game files. Now that makes it so the resolution is sometimes, crappy, but at least it looks like the game in that way, I feel. So that's why I chose to use that. Also, after the explosion, to get that charred spot on the floor, I just swapped out the entire floor in that room. It was just easier for me to do that instead of like trying to get another texture on the floor or something. It was so much more convenient. The one thing I will accept as a misplay here is if you say that the player should have waited to use his reroll on the devil deal, which does make sense. My reasoning was that the player maybe wasn't feeling too confident and he didn't want to go to devil deal, spend 2 hearts and then be left with 1 red heart, which is obviously a dangerous situation. So I just made him hold off on that until he gets a spirit heart. Some people mistook this white thing here for an eternal heart, but it's actually just one of those little maggots that sometimes crawls around on the floor you see in the game. And also one little mistake here, I believe the blood pools should have disappeared upon leaving the room, but actually nobody commented on that, so I guess doesn't matter. So one guy commented on this saying he was screaming at the screen, "Go get the boss item," because he thought that Isaac was going to jump in the trapdoor right away. Well, fun fact: at this point in the animation, I actually did forget that I still need to add in a boss item. So the reason he walks to the trapdoor is because he was just going to jump straight into it. Luckily, I remembered because I can't imagine the hate I would have gotten. Another fun fact, the texture of the food in the dog food canister is actually the same texture as the poops in the item room. So you can take that information and do whatever you want with it. So at the end here, I just want to show off real quick how I did the animations for the monsters. Now, in the game, this is done by using sprites. So it's just a series of images that are shown one after the other, and it looks like movement, it's a very basic concept. So what I did was I took all the sprites of those monsters from the game, and for each sprite, I made a model, and then just let the software fill in the gaps between those models, basically. It's called a blend shape, and you can just pull the slider up and down, and it'll go from one model to another. Now, this is also the reason why you might think that some of these models are a little bit low poly. It's because you have to start with one base model and then deform it into another one, which, in my experience, is basically undoable if you're dealing with like 10,000 plus polygons. So that's that. I hope this video was at least a little bit interesting. I'm still pretty new to this commentary thing, so if you can just give me some feedback, that'd be appreciated. And I'll just sign off right here. Have a good day.